So the Cleveland Cavaliers are super interested in Tim Hardaway Jr., which is interesting in its own right because guess what? Tim Hardaway Jr. and Karis LeVert's contracts match. Like, it's interesting as all hell if you look at it from those lens because it kind of gives you an idea of who they be using. This information comes from Chris Fedor of I believe Chris Fedor is part of Cavs something. My apology. But either way, let's talk about the information. And I want to talk about due to the fact that if you look at the Cleveland Cavaliers right now, Karis LeVert makes 18.7. Okay, and if you look at the Dallas Mavericks, how much? And Karis LeVert's an expiring contract. Well, Tim Hardaway Jr. is making 19.6, and then it goes next year to 17.8, and the following year to 16.1. So they're probably looking at it like, oh, we could trade Karis LeVert and maybe some second rounders for Tim Hardaway Jr. because the Mavs might be like, oh, we want Karis LeVert because it's a good switch and an expiring contract, while the Cavs get a guy who's on a contract that's going down and is cheaper than the 18 that they're paying Karis LeVert. So this is Chris Fedor. The Cavs believe this player is available, Tim Hardaway Jr., and Chris Fedor's sources are telling him that he could be had. It's again at the right price. And it's a little bit tricky because he's on a team that's the fourth place currently in the Western Conference standings. Tim Hardaway Jr. is somebody that the Cavaliers have been watching. They've been keeping an eye on him. And Chris Fedor thinks if the Cavs had a choice, it would be very, very close. And they're not going to have their choice, and it doesn't work that way. But if they have their choice between Bojan and Tim Hardaway Jr., it seems as if, though, Tim Hardaway Jr. would be the guy that they would want. And this is, I think definitely, this is coming from Chris Fedor from Cleveland.com on Jake Fisher's podcast. And this is a guy that we should all be watching, okay? And Chris Fedor has been told that they're not going to trade Isaac Okoro unless they get a significant piece in return, which I think right here gives you an idea of the market for the Cavs. And for me, when you look at Tim Hardaway Jr., okay, Tim Hardaway Jr. this season is averaging, he started to come back alive. I know he's shooting 38.7% from the field, but he's shooting 36% from three, 14 points a night. And if you really want to be honest, like, it was just because he had a rough start to the year. Tim Hardaway Jr. over, the last 10 or so games, in the last 9 games, he's shooting 42% from the field, 37 from three, 4 rebounds, about 2 assists, a steal a night with 16 points in comparison to Karis LeVert, who on the season, Karis hasn't been terrible, but he's been very up and down, very volatile, shooting 40% from the field, 36 from three, 13 points, 4 rebounds a night, 4 assists, about a steal a night. And if you look over the last handful of games for Karis LeVert, he's a guy that over the last 10 games has been, averaging almost 14 points a night. He hasn't been bad. I don't think he's someone. I think it's more about the contract that they're interested in trying to figure out. So that's where I want to hear your guys' thoughts, okay? What do you guys think of this information? And do you think the Cavaliers should, press hard to acquire Tim Hardaway Jr.? Does he fit in their plans? I think that's definitely something that's, interesting to look at, because the Cavaliers are a team that definitely is interested in acquiring his services. So let me hear your thoughts down below, guys. And now I'll just make my personal plea. We're on the way to 10,000 subscribers, guys. And I'm going to graduate in about, what would we say? It's January. So in 4 months, I'll be graduating from college. All right, in May. I'll be going to graduate school and also working full time. I have a girlfriend that I plan on proposing to within the next year. I have $100,000 in student loans. Probably going to go up a little bit because of grad school. With that being said, every subscription helps. You can always unsubscribe later. Every view, every like helps. I'm just personally pleading at this point because I'm becoming a grown ass adult. I'm 23. I will have bills to pay. I'll have student loans to pay. And your support helps me make more videos, helps improve the content of this channel, and gives me support to be motivated to make more videos, which, never wavers. I need to write an article today. So let me know your thoughts. Have a good one. Bye.